You ever notice how Christmas somehow turned into a competition? Brighter lights, bigger trees, flashier decor, more plastic reindeer, and a shopping list that somehow grows even if you swear you're not buying much this year. For a lot of people, December feels less like a holiday and more like a marathon wrapped in tinsel. But while the rest of us are wrestling with tangled lights and arguing with self-checkout machines, there's a group of people who celebrate Christmas in a completely different way. No noise, no chaos, no last-minute "where's the tape" moments, and somehow it's more peaceful than anything we've ever experienced. Today, we're stepping right into that world. This is how the Amish celebrate Christmas, the old-fashioned way, the simple way, the meaningful way, and honestly, the way most of us secretly wish we could. Why some Amish celebrate Christmas 2 weeks after you do. Let's start with something surprising. Not all Amish communities celebrate Christmas on the same day. Picture two Amish families living only a few miles apart. One wakes up on December 25th and heads to church. The other, they're doing chores like any normal day. Their Christmas won't happen for almost 2 more weeks, on January 6th, a day the Amish call Old Christmas. This isn't a quirky tradition. It goes back to the old Julian calendar. When the rest of the world switched to the Gregorian one, these Amish groups, especially Old Order and Swartzentruber Amish, said, "We're staying with the original." January 6th also lines up with Epiphany, so for them it's the most accurate date to celebrate Christ's birth. They'll sometimes call December 25th the world's Christmas. Not in a rude way, just a gentle way of saying, "We see what you're doing, but we're sticking to what feels right for us." Then you've got the New Order Amish and some Amish Mennonite groups who do celebrate on December 25th. They're not being rebellious, they just want to match the modern calendar. But even then, they celebrate very differently from their non-Amish neighbors. Here's the funny part. Many Amish families sort of acknowledge both days. December 25th might be quiet with a short gathering night, while Old Christmas on January 6th is the main event. 2 dates, 1 purpose, and none of it looks like what the rest of us are doing. No Santa, no tree, no lights, and somehow, no stress. If you walked into an Amish home at Christmas, you might think nothing special was happening. No tree in the corner, no red and green color explosion, no plastic snowmen, and definitely no glitter, which, if we're being honest, no one truly enjoys cleaning up. The Amish don't decorate for Christmas, at all. There's no Santa Claus, not on cards, not in stories, not in decorations. Amish children don't write letters to him or wait for him or track him on an app. Their entire celebration is about Christ's birth, nothing else. And the surprising part? Kids are perfectly happy. No therapy sessions needed about missing out on an inflatable snowman. When you remove the commercial noise, what's left is something incredibly calm. Their houses feel exactly like they do the rest of the year. Warm, plain, uncluttered, but with a little extra gratitude in the air. For the Amish, the magic of Christmas isn't in what you hang up, it's in what you focus on. Christmas morning Amish style, long church service, 0 distractions. On Christmas morning, Amish families aren't scrambling to open gifts or rushing to the tree. They're heading to church for one of the most solemn services of the entire year. This service can last 3 hours, sometimes longer, and nobody's checking the clock because they don't wear watches anyway. There are no instruments, no choir robes, no candles, no poinsettias, no Christmas pageants. Just voices, slow, deep, hauntingly beautiful harmonies sung without instruments. Hymns that have been passed down for generations. Sermons that dive deep into the meaning of Christ's birth. Not in a quick feel-good way, but in a thoughtful, almost meditative way. Children sit quietly with their families the entire time. Sure, the youngest ones wiggle, but they learn early that Christmas service is important. When church ends, there's no mad dash home to open presents. People stand around and talk. They check on neighbors. They enjoy being together. It's unhurried, unrushed. Almost the exact opposite of how most of us experience Christmas morning. Handmade gifts that actually mean something. Let's talk about gifts, because Amish gift giving might be the biggest shock of all. While the rest of us panic buy last-minute stocking stuffers and lose receipts before we've even wrapped anything, Amish families are giving something very different. Gifts made by hand. Imagine unwrapping a handmade quilt that took months to sew, a wooden toy train carved in Dad's workshop, knitted mittens made on chilly evenings, a brand new set of tools for a young man starting his own workshop, jars of home-canned peaches from last summer, a hand-bound Bible or prayer book. These gifts don't come with flashy packaging or tech manuals. They come with someone's time, skill, and intention. The Amish don't buy things to fill space under the tree. They give things that are useful, beautiful, and meaningful. Even their Christmas cards are handmade or written by hand. No glitter, no cartoon Santa, just heartfelt messages and Bible verses. And because gifts are practical and personal, returns literally do not exist. No receipts needed. Dressing up, the Amish way. The Amish don't go shopping for Christmas outfits or themed pajamas. They don't have ugly sweater day. But that doesn't mean they don't dress up for the holiday. Amish Christmas clothing is about dignity, not decoration. Men wear their best black suits, shirts pressed so crisp you could practically cut paper with them. Their hats are spotless, shoes polished, suspenders perfectly adjusted. Women wear dresses in deep solid colors, navy, black, dark green. Their aprons are bright white and ironed perfectly. Their prayer coverings are washed and starched ahead of time. Children wear miniature versions of their parents' outfits, tiny suits and little dresses that look like they stepped out of a 19th century painting. It's simple, it's modest, but it carries a quiet beauty. Their clothing says, "Today is important, not look at me." Amish children, Christmas without screens. And they love it. It's almost shocking how different Christmas is for Amish kids. No gaming consoles, no tablets, no TikTok scrolling, no piles of plastic toys that break before New Year's. And guess what? You don't hear Amish kids complaining. Their Christmas gifts might include a handmade doll, a small wooden sled, a book, a stitched apron, a simple toy, a new pair of shoes, a carefully made craft from a sibling. These gifts are the kind kids keep for decades, sometimes their whole lives, because they aren't things, they're memories. Children help prepare for Christmas too. They roll dough, help with chores, stitch small gifts, sand wooden toys in the workshop, write cards by hand. And when they play the old-fashioned way, sledding down snowy hills, building snow forts, riding in the buggy to deliver gifts, helping neighbors, singing hymns with cousins Ben Herb. Their Christmas break is full, busy, joyful, and entirely unplugged. And somehow, they're happier for it. The Christmas meal, homegrown, homemade, and unbelievably good. Let's be honest, many of us are out here stressing over recipes, following YouTube cooking tutorials, and hoping the turkey doesn't turn into a brick. Meanwhile, the Amish are cooking meals so comforting, so flavorful, and so full of tradition that it makes everything else pale in comparison. Their Christmas table might include roast chicken, seasoned with garden herbs, creamy mashed potatoes that taste like a cloud smoked ham, cured the old-fashioned way, homemade bread baked hours earlier, vegetables canned at peak ripeness, and of course, the famous choufle pie. If you've ever had choufle pie, you know why people fight over the last piece. During big gatherings, every family brings their signature dish. Some families guard their recipes tighter than a state secret, even in a community that shares almost everything. Preparing for this meal doesn't start on Christmas Eve. It starts days ahead. Kitchens are busy, recipes are followed from memory, dough rises by the wood stove, and conversations flow freely. Nothing is rushed, nothing is microwaved, and absolutely nothing is wasted. For the Amish, food is more than nourishment. It's connection. Caroling the Amish way. No lights, no lyrics, just powerful harmony. If you think caroling is just a quick loop around the neighborhood singing jingle bells, you have never heard Amish carolers. They bundle up, pile into buggies, and head into the cold evening air. They pick homes intentionally, especially people who are elderly, widowed, sick, or going through hardship. When they arrive, they stand outside the home in the snow and begin singing a cappella hymns, deep, rich, layered harmonies that sound almost otherworldly. These are songs about Christ's birth, sung in Pennsylvania Dutch, without instruments, without music sheets, and without warm-up tracks. Imagine sitting inside your quiet farmhouse on a snowy night and hearing those voices drifting through the dark. It's not entertainment, it's encouragement, it's community, it's presence. And after they sing, they may come inside for a moment, visit, share a few words, offer prayer, then climb back into their buggies and ride off to the next home. Caroling isn't an activity, it's a gift. The 12 days after Christmas. While most of us wake up on December 26th, tired, stressed, and surrounded by wrapping paper, the Amish are just getting started. For them, the days following Christmas, or the days after Old Christmas on January 6th, are filled with visiting family, hosting simple gatherings, checking on neighbors, sharing meals, helping the elderly, delivering food, youth singing nights more. Work continues, of course. Farms don't run themselves, but the spirit of Christmas doesn't vanish once the gifts are opened. Instead of one day of celebration followed by a crash, the Amish enjoy weeks of connection, service, and togetherness. They stretch Christmas out instead of burning out. What we can learn from an Amish Christmas. After walking through all these traditions, one thing becomes really clear. The Amish didn't strip Christmas down. They protected it. No Santa, no trees, no lights, no debt, no rush, no chaos. Instead, they celebrate with worship simplicity, handmade gifts, homegrown food, long visits, singing, serving togetherness. And maybe they're onto something. Maybe Christmas isn't supposed to be loud. Maybe it's not supposed to be perfect. Maybe it's not supposed to be about stuff at all. Maybe it's meant to be something you feel, not something you decorate. And maybe the best way to celebrate Christmas is the slow, quiet, old-fashioned way.